So this is the Friday version of the map discussion. So welcome. Here we have a very broad area of high pressure extending pretty much along the entire eastern seaboard, with the exception of maybe central and southern parts of Florida, all the way up through Quebec and into the eastern parts of Canada. So this is a very stout and stubborn high pressure system. And like we said in our Wednesday afternoon map discussion video, that this high pressure system will continue to stay, and as it stays over the area, it will continue to modify. So temperatures will start to warm up. The west part of the United States, there's a big system coming through. So showers and thunderstorms are expected to develop along the southern plains, especially in the New Mexico and Texas, the high country there. Some concern for some severe weather is noted out there in the outlooks from the Storm Prediction Center. The next, in the next update, we'll probably talk about some of those. So here's the satellite view of the United States. You can see the western part of the United States with that developing storm system. And you can see a swirly off the New England coast that is heading towards the south and east, heading pretty much away from the area. And you can see this broad band of clouds here. This is associated with a trough and the frontal system that brought us our very fall-like temperatures. And interesting that along the coast you can see like the sky is pretty clear, but once you get out towards the warmer parts of the water, that cold air has allowed for some clouds to develop out to sea. So that's a lot of times this time of year when you have a cold blast like that, you can see just how cold the air is from these satellite images. And you can even see the same thing in the northeastern Gulf of Mexico. So taking a look at the forecast over the next several days, that will start out this afternoon. So we still have this high pressure system over the eastern parts of the United States, some showers and thunderstorms in the southern parts of Florida, along Key West and Miami, and even some snow in the interior parts of the West, including Salt Lake City, up into Wyoming. Some thunderstorms. There's the developing severe weather over the next couple days. This is going into tonight, and by 8 a.m. Saturday morning, you can see a pretty solid chance of showers and thunderstorms in the just east of the Four Corners region, getting to the panhandle of Oklahoma and Texas, and pretty much all of New Mexico. By Saturday, we'll experience some pretty nice thunderstorm development. However, a little bit closer to home, this high pressure remains in control over our area. And this will pretty much happen for the next, through the weekend. Now notice that the high pressure center drifts to the south. And this is going to help modify the air mass. So it's not going to really stay this cold for long. The forecast maps for Monday, this is 8 a.m. Monday. You can still see that high pressure center in firm control over our area, while the developing storm system in the west is beginning to take shape. This is 8 a.m. Tuesday. High pressure remains in control along the eastern seaboard, while we are waiting for this system here to plow through the area and bring us another shot of some cooler air. Now, let's get a little bit closer to home, shall we? So what does all that mean for the Carolinas? Well, it means for today at least, highs will reach in the upper 60s to low 70s across the Piedmont areas of North and South Carolina. more towards the 70s as you get closer to the coast. As that high pressure starts to drift southward, we do expect some modification of that air mass, i.e., it's going to warm up a little bit, maybe feel a little bit more like fall. Saturday, you have 70 degrees in Hickory, 71 in both Asheville and Charlotte, all the way up to Raleigh, down to Greenville, Spartanburg, 73 in Columbia, and 74 towards Wilmington on Saturday. Sunday afternoon, we'll get up to the mid 70s with Asheville, Hickory, Charlotte, all checking in at 74. 76 towards Columbia is expected, and 69 in Boone on Sunday. Monday afternoon, we expect highs in the mid 70s across the vast majority of the area across North Carolina and the upstate of South Carolina, pushing 80 south of Columbia. Augusta down towards Savannah checking in at 79, and expecting North Charleston at 79 as well on Monday. Tuesday, we're still beginning to modify that air mass. We're pushing 80 towards the southern parts of North Carolina, or southern parts of South Carolina, staying in the mid 70s across the Piedmont, and 69 again in Boone, 74 in Murphy, as well as Hickory. On Wednesday, now we're pushing 80 across the majority of the region, with the exception of the mountains and the ridge top, 68 in Boone. However, if you travel down to Hickory, you should expect upper 70s, specifically 77 in Hickory, 78 in Charlotte and Greenville, Spartanburg, towards 80 in Wilmington on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we got that push of cooler air starting to make its way in from that big front that's taking shape out west right now. But not in time for Thursday. 75 in Hickory, 79 in Wilmington, in the low 80s towards Savannah and Charleston area. For the minimum temperatures, for the low temperatures, waking up Saturday morning in Charlotte, when you go out for that run, make sure you pack a light jacket. It's 43 degrees, 37 in Boone, 36 in Asheville, and even the low to mid 40s across the coastal regions as you wake up on Saturday morning. If you're heading off to church in Charlotte, expect mid 40s across the Charlotte region from Raleigh all the way through Greenville, Spartanburg, upper 40s across the southern parts of South Carolina, including Augusta, and low 50s towards Savannah, near 50 in Wilmington. When you head off to work Monday morning, expect some temperatures in the low 40s across the foothills and Piedmont areas of North Carolina, mid to upper 40s across South Carolina, and mid 40s across the coastal regions of North Carolina. And on Tuesday, we're beginning to still modify that atmosphere. So mid 40s across the Piedmont, nearing 50 in the low 50s, even low 60s towards Savannah as you wake up to go to work Tuesday morning. We're beginning to look at 50s pretty much across the entire region by Wednesday morning, and Thursday morning, North Carolina, South Carolina, pretty solidly in the 50s. Of course, the exception being the mountains. At 48 in Asheville, 46. Not too much concerned with the tropics. We still have that 94L, but it has decreased in probabilities of development within the next 7 days. 95L looks to stay to the south. Remember, we have that stubborn high pressure. This will act like a barrier to any tropical cyclones that form. It'll pretty much protect the entire East Coast, either pushing them out to sea or keeping them well to the south of the United States. So over the next several days across the Carolinas, expect some warming temperatures, but mainly pleasant weather through the majority of the forecast period all the way up to Thursday. Not expecting too much in the way of any precipitation at this point. Of course, if anything changes, I'll be sure to let you know. But that'll do it for this map discussion. I hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend.